I've been playing a lot of good games recently, and a personal belief of mine is that you can't enjoy good games without playing terrible games as well. So today I've gone out of my way to find and get the platinum for one of the most universally hated games there is, Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9 was a super successful Kickstarter project which was released in 2016, and the general reception upon release wasn't great. But you can't believe everything you see on the internet, so today I'm going to be finding out for myself just how bad this game really is. If it's even bad at all, it could be good for all I know. The goal is to get every trophy in the game, so regardless of my feelings about Mighty Number 9, I'm going to be sticking with it anyway. Let's just say some of these trophies are tough, and the platinum, if I manage to get it, will be one of my rarest platinums yet. So let's begin. I started the game and I really didn't expect there to be voice acting, but there was.
Dude, I didn't think there was going to be voice acting, man. I'm honestly surprised. I'm honestly surprised.
I guess this is a good thing. It's a welcome surprise. I knew the game wasn't going to be a whole lot of fun going into it, but I wanted to get a feel for it.
Okay, I am expecting this game to not be very fun, but, I'm going into it knowing that it's not a good game, so, how bad could it possibly be?
You can never trust scummy game journalists and the overwhelming majority of opinions on games like this. You have to test it out for yourself. It didn't take very long for these opinions to be right, however. This game sucks complete ass. You play as Beck, and you can run, you can jump, you can shoot, and you can dash. That's it, baby! I made my way through the intro level and I was still learning the controls, so please excuse the gameplay. I know I wasn't doing very well. I really didn't have any goals in mind at this point, besides to beat the game, of course. The trophy guide on PSN Profiles says this game is a 5 out of 10 to get the platinum. So, this is gonna be easy! And I will admit, the first level in the game didn't give me a whole lot of trouble, and I soon faced off against the boss waiting at the end.
Round digger, okay. Okay.
Honestly, it wasn't a very intense fight. Beating the boss got me my first of 31 trophies.
Did I win? Yeah! Hey, we got a trophy, Mighty Collector, first trophy, okay. And we got a B rank, not bad.
The second level, however, proved a bit more difficult for me. This game really throws you into the deep end, let me tell you. The enemies that were giving me grief here included this race car enemy, this mortar enemy, and these rotating firebar thingies. It was here I faced my first death.
I died. God damn it, bro. Oh my gosh.
And shortly afterwards, my first game over.
Oh my gosh, come on, bro, come on. Game over? Bullshit, man. I guess those are my lives in the top, okay.
Very strange difficulty curve here, but I would have to overcome it to get the platinum, so I continued trying. And I continued to fail. No! No!
Oh my gosh, I am so stupid. I am so stupid. Why did I do that?
The second level in the game is shockingly hard. Or maybe I should say, blazingly hard. Haha, get it? Because there's fire. This game sucks. Anyway, eventually I managed to get to the boss at the end of the stage.
Yeah, whatever you say, bro. Let's go!
Sadly, the boss got the jump on me and defeated me.
I got hit every time.
Not just once, but over and over until I ran out of lives. I did get a random trophy for countering his attack though. That was pretty cool.
Hey, fine play, we got a trophy. That's cool, that's cool.
Over the next 30 minutes, I would attempt to beat this level. I died a lot of times.
Oh, no!
Whether that be from the boss repeatedly.
Oh my, I thought he was. Oh, dude, what the f?
Or sometimes I wouldn't even make it to the boss.
Jump. No, what the f?
Throughout my attempts, I was slowly figuring out a strategy for the boss. When I began, I couldn't figure out which move he was gonna use. He's got 3 different ones, and at the time, I couldn't tell the difference between the starting animations. So I could never tell which move he was gonna use, and this led me to take a lot of damage. But I figured if you stand close to him when he starts charging, he will either stop and do 2 of his moves, or continue charging to the other side. Knowing this, I was actually dodging some of his attacks, and I had a really good run going. Look, I have full health.
Look, I haven't even been hit. I found the strat. You just stand right next to him. Oh shit, I'm dead, bro. Whatever, dude. That did all my health. I hadn't even been hit. That just did all my health. Let's go. Fun game, bro. Awesome. Let me replay the whole level, yeah.
Sadly, he does have an insta-kill move, which is bullshit, but on my very next attempt, I managed to beat him.
Yes, yes! Let's go, dude! Let's go! Get wrecked, Pyro. Mission clear. Let's go! 6 minutes, that took me all day.
It took me a whole hour to beat the first 2 levels of the game, and there's a trophy for beating the entire game in an hour. This is bad. Regardless, I persevered and started the 3rd level. This level started with an underwater section, which was weirdly dark.
Oh, why is it so dark? This is gross, dude. This is insanely dark.
I don't know why it's so dark here. It then progresses to this falling section, which reminds me of Happy Wheels for some reason.
Bro, what is that? What is that? What?
You can see the similarities here. Just like Happy Wheels, I would die repeatedly while trying to figure out how to safely make it through.
Bro, how am I supposed to... Oh my gosh.
This is a frustrating game. I have got to start meditating because this game fills me with so much rage.
What? Oh my gosh. This is some bullshit, bro. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Dash. We hang left. Yes! Amazing! You see that? I did it!
The level slowly changes to an ice stage. Yeah, so much fun, dude. I just love sliding all over the place and insta-dying repeatedly. Such a great feature.
No way! No way, bro!
There's a Pong mini-boss in this level. You heard that right, Pong. This fight wouldn't be too bad, except the icy floors make it so annoying.
What the fuck is this? Oh, I'm dead. Whatever, bro.
There was a little section here where I couldn't tell if I was just bad, or if this specific section was used as torture to interrogate criminals, because it sucks so bad and I was failing over and over.
Jump, dude! Oh my gosh.
Luckily, as you can tell by my cries of joy, I just love failing.
Oh, bro! What's the point of having a health bar if you just die in one f***ing hit, bro? Like, come on.
I love it so much.
No! No!
Eventually, I made it to the boss, and at this point, I was already over the game.
Oh, okay, come on. Please let me win first try.
I didn't have any extra lives when I first made it to the boss, and I was doing quite well for my first try, but sadly, I died.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my... No, dude!
This meant I had to go through the entire level again. So much fun. I eventually did make it back to the boss, and I won't lie, I did lose a couple of times, but I had plenty of extra lives this time, and I managed to do it.
Yes! Ah, let's go!
I moved on to the next level. This stage features the lights of the stage flickering, which, though annoying, thankfully wasn't too much of an obstacle. The real obstacle came when I encountered these giant purple spinning fans. You have to crouch dash to get past them, and the hitbox here is unfair. I died so many times. Eventually, I somehow made it to the boss, and I had 6 lives. I spent my first couple of lives figuring out the boss's moves and attack patterns. I was still getting mad when I died, but I was learning. I was gaining knowledge. On my successful attempt, I learned that you can destroy these projectiles that the boss sends out. And doing this makes her heavy attack do practically nothing. This was the key to my success.
Yes! 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 Let's go, dude! Jeez Louise, I'm averaging like 30 minutes a level. This is outrageous, man.
I moved on to the next level with a realization.
I've had a realization, dude, that I shouldn't be getting mad at this game. This game is like it's like a rage game, dude. Like getting over it with Bennett Foddy, bro. I'm just gonna get mad, you know? You're just gonna get mad. So my realization is I'm just not gonna get mad, okay? I'm just gonna take the hits as they come. I'm just gonna take the hits and it's gonna be okay. You know, that's what I've come to realize, okay? Why get angry at every death, you know? What's the point?
That's right, I would never get mad again. And I did actually have some self-control throughout this level.
Why didn't he grab on? Okay. That's alright, Gotta take the hits as they come, you know?
It's like an exercise. The most stupid bullshit imaginable happens to you, and you have to sit there and take it.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, okay? I'm just disappointed.
Anyway, there are some chase sequences in this level, and man, there is no possible way you could do this on your first try. I don't believe it.
What do I do? I don't know the buttons good enough, bro.
I feel like there's a lot of moments like this where you just have to experience it and die, just so you can learn to avoid it next time.
No! Bro. Oh my gosh. Man, come on. Okay, no, I'm not mad. It's okay. It's a learning experience, okay? It's a learning experience. I learned that this game is bullshit and it sucks ass. Fuck you.
Luckily, when I got to the boss, I had 3 lives, and that gave me ample time to figure out his moveset. After the painful learning experience...
Oh, wow. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I managed to win. It's a relief every time.
Yes. You. I hate you. Let's go!
Also, I got a trophy, which made me feel good.
Hey, we got a trophy, Mighty Hoarder, for points. What is this for? Score 100,000 total points.
The following level, in my opinion, is the easiest so far. That being said, I did game over once. But on my following attempt, I made it to the boss. And by a mile, this was the easiest boss so far. Finally a boss that actually telegraphs its attacks. This boss was the closest thing to having fun yet.
I did it. Okay, that boss wasn't too bad. That boss wasn't bad at all. We got him. Nice.
The next level though, complete ass. You have to climb this tower and there's all this wind pushing you around. It sucks. Just thinking about it makes me feel terrible. Luckily, I kept my composure even when I was dying.
That's fun, bro. That's fun. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fun. I love this game.
As you can tell, I've attained enlightenment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome way to lose the level right there. That's great.
I do think the game was getting to me though. Even the boss's voice was starting to piss me off.
This guy's so annoying, bro. This guy's so annoying. Oh my god.
When I did get to the top of the tower, I was a bit worried when I saw the boss arena. I was immediately having visions of what I thought was gonna happen, and it wasn't pretty. I did learn that thankfully you can spam dash over and over and you can't fall into the abyss. I struggled to avoid the boss's attacks at the start, but after fighting the boss for a while, I had another realization.
Oh, I just thought of it. I just realized the way to avoid it, man. I just realized. You hang on to the edge, bro. Okay, I got it this time.
And after that realization, the fight was a breeze. Except I did fall off the edge.
Oh my gosh.
But after that, it was a breeze.
Yeah! Let's go!
I'll admit the next level was kinda cool. Something about stages on moving platforms like this is cool, okay? Though I did fall off a few times and die, jumping across the cars was pretty cool too. I also saw the Game Grumps at one point, which was cool.
Was that Aaron from the Game Grumps? Did I just see Aaron from the Game Grumps?
I used to watch those fellas all the time. Seeing a sign of Aaron in the game was unexpected, but also cool. The boss here, he was pretty cool too, I can't lie. Something about the vibes this man gives off, I like. It reminds me of a rivalry, like Sonic and Shadow. I couldn't even be that mad when he killed me.
No, bro, no.
Okay, well, maybe I was a little mad, but can you blame me? I had to do the whole damn level again. When I made it back to him, I had a whole bunch of extra lives that I was throwing away trying to figure out his moves. And after a few attempts, I got him.
Yes! Okay, we did it. We did it. Not bad. Not bad. We did it.
The next stage I didn't like so much, only because I was confused. This level is a giant loop and you're supposed to run towards the sniper fire, but I didn't know this at the start, so I was just running around lost. I was just running to the right. Mighty number 8 is sort of a ninja too, but he has a sniper rifle. He also aims to be the first robot president. No, I am not joking.
My first executive order as the first robot president will be to set all bots free.
He wants to be the robot president? What are you talking about?
After the usual deaths trying to figure out the level, I reached the boss. The boss was actually easy for a change, and he telegraphs his attacks almost too much, but I'm not complaining. I got a trophy during this fight, which was a nice surprise.
Hey, fine play, we got a trophy, okay.
And I only died one time before claiming my victory.
Winner! Okay, nice. That wasn't bad at all. That actual fight, easy peasy, bro.
The next stage was quite a surprise to me. You play as this girl robot. Whoa mama. Her name is Core, and she is noticeably more pathetic than Mr. 9. She can't even take out most of the enemies herself. This is more of a stealth level, I guess, and I never thought I'd miss Beck until right now. All the powers I had are now gone, and I can barely do anything besides run around. Luckily, Basically, most of the stage is just avoiding enemies and picking up key cards. There is actually a room where you do have to fight enemies, but I quickly figured out how to take care of them. At the end, there's a giant robot dog as a boss, and I was real worried. I didn't have many lives, and I did not want to do this level again. In this fight, you're supposed to destroy the dog's eye, and avoid all of its attacks while trying to make it eat bombs that occasionally make their way into the arena. Just like every boss in the entire game, my first attempt did not go well. But I did get a trophy in the attempt, which was cool.
Hey, fine play. We got a trophy.
I was on my last life and was fully clenched the entire fight, but luckily, I managed to get the dub.
Let's go. Let's go.
In the next stage, I was thankful to be playing as Beck again. That was until I reached the section where you're meant to avoid these spikes and glide through these gaps.
Okay, well, you, bro. Whatever, dude.
I could not avoid the spikes, but I repeatedly tried until I managed to get past them.
Okay, I finally did it, bro. Let's go.
I think not having used the glide power at all until now made this more challenging than it should have been. Anyway, I made my way through the mini bosses in the level and eventually reached the boss at the end. It's just a big terminal thingy that repeatedly spawns big robots. As always, I died a few times. Then figured it out.
Let's go.
I was now on the final level, and I had no idea what I was in for. Spoiler alert, pain and suffering. The first part of this level that pretty much broke me are these stupid glitch circle thingies. I don't know who put these in the game, but they made me more angry than I think I've ever been in my entire life. They just seem to make zero sense.
What? I am so confused.
After being destroyed, they turn into a platform you can stand on before disappearing. But sometimes, instead of disappearing, they turn into a sphere again. They wouldn't get destroyed, and they would block my path.
This is stupid, bro. This is stupid. It makes zero sense, bro.
This frustrated me for over 20 minutes. I just could not figure out why sometimes they disappeared and sometimes they respawned. There are no context clues or anything. I was so confused and pissed off.
What the What is happening? What is this?
I did actually manage to get past them on time, but I still didn't understand why.
Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. What is happening?
You'd think I'd be happy that I got past them, but I'd soon see them again because I ran into the boss and immediately died. This meant I had to restart the level. It's okay, I've done it before, I can do it again. It was not okay. I couldn't do it again.
What? What the f***? It doesn't make sense.
I tried to look up a guide about these things, but it still didn't make sense. I didn't know what on earth I was doing wrong. Why did they keep respawning? The reason is, I was too far away from them. When I got closer, they stopped respawning. I wish the game would have told me something to point me in this direction, because then I wouldn't have been as mad.
It doesn't make sense, bro. Who designed this? Who designed this? Fucking idiot, bro. Like...
Regardless, now I know. Still frustrated, I made it to the boss again. This boss is so annoying. I spent an entire hour just getting smacked around by this dude. This was some real disheartening stuff. My inner peace was gone.
What the f***, bro? What the f*** is that, man?
It was midnight at this point when I was playing, and I just wanted to beat the boss and go to sleep, but I couldn't. There's 2 phases in this fight, and I wasn't very happy when I learned this.
Okay, I did it. I win. I did it. Wait, is it not over? No, bro, please. No, not a... No, please. Oh, please.
After a lot of trial and error, I'd pretty much gotten the first phase down, but the second was shortening my lifespan with each attempt. I'm not usually an angry person at all, but this game just does something to me.
No. It was so close.
Anyway, after an hour of trying and failing over and over again, I had a really promising run. This was on my last life as well. If I failed, I would have to restart the entire level. I was clutching up, let me tell you. I was getting lucky, but then...
Did I win? No.
This pretty much broke me, and I immediately turned off my recording and went to bed so pissed off. I won the fight, but died in the death animation. I tried again when I woke up the next day, and I know playing this game is the worst possible way to start your day, but I am doing it anyway. I guess I completely forgot how to play in my sleep because I couldn't even make it to the boss. After dying to platforming for 15 minutes, I did reach the boss, and somehow I was doing really well.
Oh, nice, we did it without taking a hit. No damage taken in the first phase.
Maybe my sleep did replenish my spirits after all. It just took a while to kick in. On my very first attempt, I won the fight and got a trophy for completing the game on normal difficulty.
I win! I win! Yes! First try, baby! Yeah, we got a trophy! Super fighting robot? Okay.
Sadly, at this point, I only have 6 out of the 31 total trophies. I am gonna have to play a lot more Mighty Number 9. I checked out the newly unlocked Boss Rush mode. I was gonna have to beat this twice for 2 different trophies, and I foolishly thought I could do it now. The first boss is a complete piece of cake, and I actually got a trophy while fighting it for getting all the fine play bonuses in the fight.
Hey, we got a trophy! Fine play, open boss.
The second boss, though, was proving more difficult. I attempted this a few times and did actually beat him once. I even randomly got another fine play trophy while fighting the third boss. But inevitably, I did die.
Okay, I died. Wow. I got a trophy though. That's cool. That's cool.
I was gonna need to practice the boss rush a shit ton. Or do something else for now.
Oh, come on, bro. Whatever, dude. Okay, that's enough for now.
I decided to start a new playthrough on hard difficulty, as there's a trophy for beating the game on hard. The first level, easy peasy. The second, I died a few times. The boss was kicking my ass, but I managed to do it. The third, I was dreading, but it actually turned out okay, and I smoked the boss. I guess I have gotten better because instead of the levels taking me 30 to 40 minutes each, I was getting through them in anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. The next level, I did get reacquainted with these giant purple fans.
Oh my gosh. I was using crouch dash, man. Why didn't it work?
But when I made it to the boss, it was real easy.
Nice, dude. That was so easy, baby.
The next level was a little bit more of a pain, and I was having a rough time getting through it. When I did make it to the boss, he sadly sent me to the beginning of the level, but after the long journey back to him, I got him on my next attempt.
Right, what an easy boss, man. How did I f that up? How did I mess that up the first time?
I remember this next level being easy, but it wasn't this time. I remember the boss being easy too, but again, he wasn't this time. The next level, I was back at the giant windy tower, and I got through this level okay. It did take me a couple of tries to remember how to beat the boss though.
No, okay, well, that's f***ing awesome, bro. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright.
It's extra alright because I got a trophy in this fight.
Hey, look, there's a trophy. Cool, cool, cool. I'm not happy, but I got a trophy.
After winning, I moved on to the highway level. And remember earlier in the video when I said good things about this level? I'll admit, the next level was kinda cool. Something about stages on moving platforms like this is cool, okay? Yeah, well, I take it all back. This level sucks. It has these terrible auto-scrolling sections where if you go too far forward, you're almost guaranteed to die. This happened to me many times.
Man, that is bullshit.
When I did make it to the boss, I was losing, and I had to repeat the entire level probably about 3 times all the way through. This is when I remembered all the bosses have a weakness, and I used the internet to figure out what this guy was weak to. And it turned out to be the bulldozer power. This guy was nothing when I figured this out. The next level on hard difficulty was one of the worst things I've experienced in my life so far. I'm chasing the sniper dude through about 10 different rooms, and there are these electric wires which turn on and off. They insta-kill you, and there are no checkpoints, so it doesn't matter if you're 2 minutes into the level or 5 minutes into the level, you have to restart. This shit was demoralizing, man. I couldn't even make it to the boss. And my inner peace was out the window at this point. I was pissed off.
No! Whoa, bro, that was so quick! That was so quick! Oh my gosh, dude. I have to do the whole level again.
When I did make it to the boss, I smoked him, but it took so long to even get there. The next level, playing as Call, was bad, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that bad. I actually got really lucky with the boss here and won with the tiniest little sliver of health left. I was on my last life too. The next level had some annoying moments, but I was trying to not let it get to me. I'd win eventually, right? The boss here thankfully goes down extremely fast. I was now on the final level again. Once I beat the stage, I'd get a trophy for beating the game on hard difficulty. The level itself isn't actually too bad once I learned how these stupid glitch orbs work, but the boss on the other hand was a little bit harder on this difficulty.
What? Oh my gosh.
The strategy I used to take him down the first time wasn't working. I kept taking a ton of damage in the first phase. I have no idea why my sword wasn't working properly anymore, and I was getting annoyed.
Bro!
Unfortunately, after a bunch of attempts, I kept losing and getting sent back to the beginning of the stage. I tried this final boss again and again and again. I was failing so many times, it was upsetting, but I couldn't give up. Over an hour of losing and restarting the entire level about 5 times, I had a good run. I dodged the attack that was hitting me every time so far, and with practically 0 health left, I did it.
Yay! I did it.
I won the fight and got the trophy for beating the game on hard.
Oh my gosh, that took so long. There's the trophy, super hardcore fighting robot. Oh my gosh, what a pain.
Surprisingly, I beat the game faster on hard difficulty by 2 hours. I'd still need to cut my entire time down by 3 more hours to get both the speedrun trophies, but that was a problem for later. I started up my 3rd playthrough on the next difficulty, Hyper, aiming to get the final difficulty related trophy. This did mean I'd just be trying to make my way through the same story levels yet again. In the very first level, I was doing pretty well. I was getting 100% absorption on each of the enemies I was fighting. And when I got to the boss, I was getting 100% absorption on him too. I won the fight and I got a trophy for getting A rank and 100% absorption in the entire level.
100%, look at that. Yeah, there we go, Absorptionist. Beautiful.
I'm going to be skimming over this playthrough only because it is exactly the same as the previous playthrough, except the enemies hit a little bit harder and the bosses were killing me a little bit faster. Nothing super exciting was happening as I was progressing through these levels besides me constantly dying. Oh! Having said, I wasn't getting extremely stuck on any particular level until the highway. This level was a complete struggle. Most of the time, I wasn't even making it to the boss. I kept falling and dying on the road. Slowly but surely, I was improving. And thankfully, I did eventually beat this level. Surprisingly, I beat the next one very quickly too. The following level did give me a bit of grief. There were moments where I'd get hit and I'd immediately pause the game just to try and process what happened. This game is some bullshit, dude. I was so frustrated, but I was keeping it in. After many attempts, I beat the level playing as Core. But the following level kinda beat my ass too. It took about an hour on its own. It'd probably only take about 3 minutes if I could do it perfectly, but I just couldn't do it. I did eventually get lucky and was on to the final level. The level itself isn't too bad, but the boss is brutal, and it's so easy to make mistakes which ruin your entire attempt. I was fighting him for over an hour, and I literally defeated him twice, but I died in the death animation both times. I honestly can't believe I wasn't more mad than I actually was. No, my gosh, bro!
Oh my gosh, I couldn't avoid it, bro. I didn't know what to do. Man.
I tried over and over and over again.
God damn it, no.
Until I did it. And I was happy for the first time in a long time. I got the gold trophy for beating the game on hyper difficulty.
Did I do it? I did it. 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 And I didn't die. I didn't die in his death animation. Thank God. Yes. Yes, there's the trophy. Super Turbo Hyper Fighting Robot. Let's go.
You'd think I'd be pretty close to being done with the game considering I just did 3 separate playthroughs, but I am still a long way off. I just have a ton of shit to do. My next goal in mind was to beat the boss rush, and straight away, I was doing a ton better than when I last attempted this. My game knowledge had improved, and I was just getting better at the game overall. Even though I was doing better than my previous attempts, I was still gonna need to do a ton of practice.
You know, maybe not my best attempt, but I did okay.
In most of my attempts, I was getting hurt in really stupid ways. I'll admit it was my fault. I was just making silly little mistakes and I was paying for it. In the boss rush, you don't recover health in between rounds, but you do have 2 med kits, which fully recover your health that you can use whenever you like. Since I was making so many little mistakes, these med kits would always be gone by the time I'd made any decent progress into the boss rush. All I could do was practice until I didn't make these mistakes anymore. And practice I did. I knew I wasn't going to beat this thing straight away, but I was learning. And I was getting good. Amid my practice, I actually got a trophy for getting the fine play bonus on Mighty number 4.
Hey, fine play Mighty number 4? Hey, I'll take it, dude. I will take it.
After an hour and a half of attempts, I made it to the final boss. Though I was very hurt and didn't have any medkits to spare. I'd have to be very careful. In the first phase, through no fault of my own, I took some damage.
Oh!
However, I made it to the second phase.
Okay. Let's go. Let's f***ing go.
I took some damage again. My fault this time. I was now one shot away from dying, and I'd have to make some tight jumps in between this laser beam and jump!
Okay. I just need a guess. Jump. Oh my gosh, I jumped too early. Oh, I was so close. Oh, damn it. I got through like 13 bosses, died on, oh my gosh, the last quarter of the last fight. Damn it, bro. Okay. Well, I know I can do it.
I failed. Obviously, I was pretty sad, but now I knew I could do it. So I tried again, and I really did think I was going to make it to the final boss again straight away, but that was not the case. I spent the next hour making stupid mistakes and dying randomly at pretty much every boss fight. It was very upsetting.
No! Oh my gosh, bro. I can't believe I died to fall damage, dude.
But I did get another fine play trophy on Mighty number 3.
Hey, fine play, Mighty number 3.
This was taking way longer than I thought it was going to. At this point, I've been trying for 3 hours straight, and I've gotten close a handful of times, but I just couldn't do it. I had another close run here, but I choked right at the end.
No, bro, what the f***? That's alright. That's alright.
After a lot of attempts, I got to the final fight again, and even had a health kit this time. Unfortunately, I guess I worked terribly under pressure because I choked yet again.
No, bro, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid.
I was failing so many times at this last boss, it was honestly embarrassing. I don't know how many times I could fold under pressure doing the same thing, but I was surely setting a record. Until one fateful attempt. I had made it to the final boss with a medkit. I'd been in this situation before and I wouldn't mess up this time. I made the crazy jumps in the second phase.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? The game sense on the man.
And had plenty of health to spare when the fight was finally over.
I did it!
2 annoying ass trophies were finally mine.
Yes, boss rush mode cleared, baby. And where's the other one? There it is, super boss killer. Let's go, dude. I'm stoked.
The boss rush was a massive hurdle which I am super glad I've overcome. But there is still more to do. I'm now after a trophy called Legendary Peacekeeper. The requirements are to beat the entire game on hard difficulty without restarting. That means I'm allowed to die, but I'm not allowed to run out of lives. At the start, I was speeding through the level. It didn't matter if I took a little bit of damage because there are health replenishments throughout it. In fact, I was going a bit too fast and even died a few times. But again, it's only a failure if I completely run out of lives. Very early into my run, I got a trophy for gaining a total of 1 million points.
Hey, Mighty Millionaire, we got a trophy.
It counts from all my save files, just in case you're wondering why I got it at the very start of the game. Since I had done the boss rush, when I got to the end of each level, I was smoking each boss one after the other. Honestly, the most nerve-wracking part was the insta-kill platforming. If I repeatedly died on these, I'd have to restart from the very beginning. I did actually die to one of these difficult platforming sections once, but I guess I locked in after that because I wasn't getting stuck on any particular section. Things were going well. I'm a beast at Mighty number 9 now. I sure have come far from when I first started the game. I died once in the power plant level, once in the mines, once on the highway level, and once playing as core. But only once. I was clutching up, and I was making really good time. There was even a chance I could get the speedrun trophies here too, for beating the game in under 2 hours, and maybe even the one for finishing in under 1 hour. I breezed through the final level and made it to the boss with full health and a medkit. This was gonna be easy. And sure enough, after some masterful plays in the second phase,
since I'm a pro now, no way I can mess this up. Told ya, brother. No way I'm gonna mess this jump up. Oh my gosh, oh my god.
I beat him yet again, and surprisingly, earned 3 trophies.
Let's go! There it is, Legendary Peacekeeper. I think I got a speedrun trophy as well. I did that really fast. Yeah, super fast. What's that for? 60 minutes! I got it! I got the speedrun! Oh, and this is the one for 2 hours. 2 hours. Nice! Let's go! I didn't think I did it in 1 hour. My OBS says it's an hour and 18 minutes. Hey, I'll take it, baby! I will take it! Let's go! I don't have to do another playthrough for the speedrun. What? Bro, it says I did it in an hour and 3 minutes. Hey, I'll take the trophy, bro. I'll take it, man. I didn't want to do that shit again anyway.
Again, I'm not sure why the trophy popped when my time was technically 3 minutes over an hour, but I'm not complaining. At this point, there was one massive task I still had to do, which is regarded as the hardest trophy in the game. But there were also a bunch of miscellaneous trophies I wanted to pick up before this. My first goal was to obtain an S rank. Somehow I haven't done this, but I started the first level to try and get this trophy. My first attempt went pretty well. I took a little bit of damage at one point, but I had gone really quickly throughout the entire level. I thought there was a chance I'd get S rank on my first try. I did not get S rank on my first try, but in the end screen I noticed bonus points for my highest combo and damage taken. So I decided to try and get a high combo and not take any damage from here on out. This didn't go well. I'd always find myself randomly taking a tiny bit of damage and I would immediately restart the level. After trying and failing a few times, I decided to just try and get a really high combo and not worry if I took damage or not. I'd get a different trophy if I got my combo to 50, so maybe I could hit 2 birds with 1 stone. This took a few attempts as well. I kept losing focus and ruining my combo.
No, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? I'm so stupid, bro. Why did I do that?
You have to dash into the enemy really quickly or else the combo resets. After multiple failures, I finally had a good run, and I made it to the boss with a 49 combo. I easily got the trophy while fighting.
Yeah, there we go, 50 combo. Beautiful.
Surprisingly, even though I took a ton of damage throughout the level, I also got S rank.
I don't think I'm gonna get S rank because I got hit like a shit ton of times, but never mind, S rank, maximum result. Okay, nice.
After knocking these 2 trophies out of the way, I decided to go after all the fine play trophies that I don't have yet. There's one of these for each of the bosses in the game, and I was only missing 4. I got the rest naturally. These were actually pretty easy to clean up thanks to the guide I was following. All you need to do is attack the enemy at a certain time, usually when they're in the middle of an attack. I quickly got the trophy for fine plays against Mighty number 5.
Yeah, there we go, fine play, there's the trophy.
Then the one for Mighty number 7.
Yeah, there it is, fine play. Beautiful, beautiful.
Following that, I got another one from this robot boss. And lastly, I got the trophy for the final boss.
Here it is, fine play, last boss.
My new goals were 3 trophies that I wasn't a fan of. You have to get all these different bonuses across all the levels. My biggest problem with these trophies is there's no way of tracking what you've done and what you haven't, so it's a massive guessing game. One of the 3 trophies is for amazing technical bonuses, and these are the easiest to do because there's only 8 of them. It only took me a little bit of hopping between levels and doing various shenanigans to get this trophy.
Here we go, mighty amazing, we got it, okay, perfect.
I was now going after all the sprinter and quick clear bonuses, and I had no idea which of these I was missing. There are 37 different sprinter bonuses across the levels and 17 quick clear bonuses. I was pretty much just going level through level, following a big list of what I had to do. After a couple of hours of going through the levels again, and doing these various sprints through certain sections and taking out groups of enemies quickly, I got the trophy for quick cleared.
I got a trophy, Mighty Survivor. Okay, nice, Mighty Survivor.
It took a couple of retries, but in the same level, I got one of the tricky sprinter bonuses, and the next trophy popped too.
There it is, Mighty Sprinter. We finally got it, dude. Let's go, let's go!
Now that all that was done, I could move on to the final trophy, regarded as the most difficult trophy in the entire game. It's called Brave the Gauntlet, and requires me to beat all 36 challenge missions. Now, most of these aren't too bad. Usually there's a little arena and you're given a constraint. You have to run to the finish line, but you're not allowed to shoot or dash.
Oh, that was so easy, dude. That was so easy.
In some of them, you have to hit a bunch of targets, and these missions are dead easy. But some of these, on the other hand, are a complete pain. I struggled on this one with all these insta-death lasers.
Oh, I was safe. Damn, this one's it's getting harder, bro. What the hell?
You have to make some precise jumps, and I was struggling. But after enough attempts, I would make it through.
Yeah, okay, I did it. Not bad, not bad. Bit annoying, but not bad.
These challenges really varied in difficulty, so I'm just going to talk about the most painful challenges. Mission 18 requires me to use the seismic power, which turns you into a little car, and I have to make it to the finish line by jumping on the enemy's heads as platforms. The controls with the seismic powers are not easy to pick up, and I was failing.
Why didn't he jump? What's he doing?
I did a lot of failing. This one mission by itself took me over 2 hours. I just couldn't get it down. The controls are so finicky and, quite frankly, shit.
This shit is annoying, bro. What the hell?
It is so weirdly difficult. I feel like it shouldn't be, but it is.
What was that? What the fuck happened?
Anyway, after 2 hours of attempts, I finally did it.
I finally did it! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, that took so long, bro. God damn it, dude.
The missions after this were a complete breeze in comparison. I was doing pretty much most of them on my first attempt. 14 of these missions are just the story levels, but if you die once, you have to reset the stage. And these were okay, especially since I had a lot of experience in these exact levels already. But I did make a few mistakes here and there. The insta-death platforming is what was getting me. You only have one chance after all, and I guess at times I wasn't focused enough. I did make the occasional mistake when practically no platforming was involved though. Pretty tragic stuff. It took a long time, but I'd gotten through all but one of the challenges. There was only one thing in the way of me getting the platinum trophy. Challenge 36. This challenge is a pain. It's a test of endurance and skill, where one mistake can throw away hours of progress like nothing. It tasks you with making it through the entire game without dying once. You have a single health bar to clear every level in the game. This is considered the most difficult thing to do in the entire game, mainly due to the insta-death platforming that can send you right back to the start at any moment. I started my first attempt and breezed through the first level and completely forgot that these buildings crash down in the second. My second attempt, I also only made it to the second level and got hit by a fireball and fell into the abyss. This was gonna be a pain. I died in the exact same way on my next attempt too. On attempt 4, I made it past the part that's been getting me. I even got lucky on a part I thought for sure I was going to mess up on in the 3rd level. The water section with all the spikes. And again in the 4th level with the giant purple fans. Level number 5 in the mines has a lot of sketchy moments too, but everything worked out. The next level was the military base, and I absolutely choked on a section I haven't even died to once. Attempt 5 I lost in the level 3 underwater section. And I continued failing at various different points throughout the game, and this was just upsetting. Each time I had to play through multiple levels just to die and have to do them all over again. It kept happening. Sometimes I felt a bit cheated, I'm not gonna lie, and sometimes I felt really cheated. Oh my gosh! Come on. I had a couple days off playing Mighty Number 9 because it was deeply affecting me on a physiological level, but I came back revitalized. And as usual, my first attempt of the day didn't go well. But I thought of a strategy to get past the point that got me, and it worked wonders when I made it back here. In the following level, I made it past the giant purple fans, which were proving annoying in my previous attempts. I made it past the entire mines level, which is littered with incredibly easy ways to die, and then after that, I made it past the gun boss bat. This was the furthest I've made it. I didn't kill myself at the radio tower like I've accidentally done in the past, and though I was very very scared of the highway level, all was good. I was getting close to the end of the game. Winning this attempt was beginning to be a real possibility. I did have a real close call in the next level where I was literally an inch away from dying, but I was still alive, and the boss was nothing. The prison level, playing as Call, was a bit worrisome. There was a section here right at the end of the level which has killed me many times on previous playthroughs. But if I got past it, I'd almost be home free. I made it to the section, and my heart was beating. Let's go! Let's go! I did it. After the boss, I'd only have 2 levels to go. In the second to last level, there's a pretty sketchy section where you have to use the helicopter power, and I was a bit nervous.
I've failed this so many times. You just glide to the right, and then you dash to the left, and you just stay in the middle. Okay. Oh! Easy money, baby! Easy money. I accidentally dashed there, but that's okay. I don't know how I messed it up, but
even though I almost choked and messed up the entire run, I was still in it to win it. And soon enough, I was on the final level. There are a few potential death spots in this level, but since I've repeated it so many times, I wasn't having much trouble at all. In fact, I was killing it. And through pure skill and determination, I made it to the boss with full health and a medkit for the final time.
No pressure. No pressure.
I fought the boss with all the experience from my previous 5 playthroughs. This guy didn't stand a chance.
Okay. Okay. We're at the second phase.
I was straight stunting on the man.
Oh my god, I'm so good, bro. I'm so good. Let's go.
Soon enough, the battle was over, and I was happy.
It's over. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. Yes. Yes. I did it. Oh man, dude, what a journey, bro. What a journey. There it is. Brave the gauntlet. It's beautiful. Let's go. And the platinum trophy master. Finally, bro. What a brutal game, man. Oh my god. Never had to do so many playthroughs of a game in my entire life. Thank god it's done, man. I never want to play this game again.
After about 33 hours, the platinum for this abomination of a game was finally mine. I normally don't care if the trophy guide estimates are a little bit off, but come on, bro. 5 out of 10? Are you kidding me? 20 hours? What? Maybe if you're superhuman, but for the average platinum getter like myself, this is way off. I do not recommend this game to anyone. It is a frustrating experience, and I was getting the most angry I've ever been in my entire life. I normally don't get super mad, but this game was bringing something out of me. With all the bad things I have said about this game, I will admit, towards the end, I was finding myself having a teensy-weensy bit of fun. I do think all the different powers and their capabilities are pretty cool, and I do like the idea that every boss has a different weakness. Was it worth the frustration of learning the game to get to this point? Probably not. But those are my honest thoughts. When you do know what everything does, it's not that bad. Still not recommending it, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer. If you'd like to continue watching me suffer, remember to like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos where I actually play good games like these ones. And with that, thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate it. Special thank you to my channel members. Happy trophy hunting, fellas, and have a good day. Bye bye.